Yes, for the respondents, there is no, I really have no problem on that. But if you say, like what Dr. Marie had mentioned, that this is in aid of policy development, I really would like to see in your documentation about what is the existing policy landscape on disability. Like for example, you mentioned early intervention. Do you have idea about policies on early intervention, about the creation of the ECCD Act, with the Early Years Act, the provision of the rehabilitation, rehabilitation provision of the Magna Carta, and many the policy about employment, which is the R8 and 524, the Economic Independence Act. All of these are in the NCDA website if you were able to. And at least, how do you relate this to the local government? I think it's very important if it is in aid of policy development. But we are talking here of something, because there are several policies, as you mentioned, and there is a need to relate it. Why the local government are not aware of it, or are not doing it, or not implementing. Like when you mentioned about like in early intervention, it's not only about newborn screening. The question is, after the newborn screening, what? And after the identification of disability, what? So these are the things that the new things that we want to know, because we already know that the dropout rate is really increases as a child with disability ages. But why? The reason, and it's not about it's not only about the absence of special education, as you say, but there must be underlying factors that we want to know, which should come up in your research about in the early intervention, how far is the knowledge of the BHW in terms of identification of disability, and the psychosocial disability, which you lump into intellectual and psychosocial, because these are two different types of disabilities. You don't have to lump it, because psychosocial is different from intellectual. And even even in the like in the employment and the training, we have to identify why the trainings are not there, in spite of the there is PESO, there is local social, there is SLP, and there are Pantawid beneficiaries in that area, which should be linked to SLP. And everything, the DSWD claims to do that, and you have to ask them why they are not having it. Because if there are some prior information before you fill your question and do your recommendation, mas maganda sana, no? And even the terminologies that you use on disability, it's also important on how far the researcher knows about the topic you are talking about. And if we look at your document and you don't even address disability in proper terminology, how do you expect us to believe that you are well versed about what you are saying? And even before fielding recommendation, you also have to do some prior policy check, because this is, as you say, in aid of policy development.